This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, social service agencies are about to feel the effects of a reduction in funding, and it has some staff worried. The Cancer Society is in line for a sizable donation thanks to a new event that may become a regular feature. And travellers the world over are hearing more about Dunedin's offerings thanks to a website survey. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Dupree. A handful of Dunedin's social service agencies are losing funding to provide budget advice to the city's most needy. The amount of money on offer to budget advisors throughout the country is dropping at the start of November by $3 million, and Southern staff are concerned.
There's less money to advise those who have even less money. In January this year, the government announced a change to the way budget advice services would be run from the start of November. Less than 3 weeks out from implementation, Dunedin's social service agencies are worried about how it's going to pan out.
There was a fear when this process started and the tenders opened that the funding would mainly go to large national providers. I guess we've seen a little bit of that happen in other areas. So we were quite worried. We're just a little organisation based in Dunedin, but we felt pretty strongly that we provide a good service, so we decided to go for it, and we've come out the other side.
Dunedin's Anglican Family Care has lost its funding to provide budget advice. Director Nicola Taylor didn't want to appear on camera today, but says the Ministry of Social Development hasn't made contact about where their clients can go to. She says one staff member has left to find other employment due to the uncertain situation. It has not been replaced. Taylor says the organisation had 15 budget advice clients, and she's been given no direction about which organisation to refer them on to. Andrew Henderson of the Dunedin Budget Advisory Service says the changes will affect other service providers more. He's feeling fortunate, even though the service is losing money.
It's been a very difficult few months. But we have been successful, so our service will continue in Dunedin, which is a wonderful thing. I think we provide an important service. So yeah, we're one of the lucky ones, that's for sure.
The South Today also put calls into the Corpac Trust, Presbyterian Support Otago and the Methodist Mission. Director of Catholic Social Services Mike Tonks says the agency didn't tender for a contract to provide budget advice services. It hasn't been affected. Laura Black of the Methodist Mission says what she finds most concerning is the delay in the process. She says if each and every change process is like this, then some providers will not survive. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
An Environment Court decision has been made in the Saddle Hill quarry case, although an appeal is likely. The Environment Court has ruled that quarrying cannot be undertaken outside the area already mined. The Dunedin City Council says that means the iconic Saddle Hill ridgeline is protected. But quarry owner Calvin Fisher says he's planning an appeal to the High Court. The case has been ongoing since 2011 when the council sought a court ruling that quarrying could not be extended. There's been much public concern about Saddle Hill losing its familiar shape. At present, restricted quarrying is continuing under an interim Environment Court enforcement order. Thousands of dollars is going to the Cancer Society following an inaugural rally in Dunedin. The Revan Ride charity cruise involved more than 100 vehicles of all makes and models yesterday, and organisers are planning to make it a yearly event.
Cruising for charity. Over 100 vehicles were entered in the inaugural Revan Ride rally in Dunedin yesterday, raising a few $1,000s for the Cancer Society. The event was organised by 2 local women as the main fundraiser for their Relay for Life team.
Rather than just doing small things to fundraise, we thought, oh well, why not do one big thing and do all our fundraising at once? So that's sort of where this came from. We're all car nuts, so it's kind of an easy fix really.
Participants gathered at the Dunedin Ice Stadium yesterday morning before travelling en masse through Outram and Hindon. The end of the ride saw them rolling into Dunedin's Oval about 1 o'clock for an afternoon of entertainment.
Lots of good feedback about the run, not many other cars, and thankfully no sheep jams that we did come across when we did the recce the other day. So yeah, it was good. It's a good run.
Vehicles were judged in various categories, raffles were awarded, and live music was playing for participants at the nearby Kensington. For kids, there was a lolly scramble by local firefighters, as well as lots of games. Chambers says she was blown away by how many people supported the event, with 115 cars and bikes officially counted at the start. The only criteria was vehicles had to be road legal.
Absolutely crazy, the variety. As I said, we've got hogs, motorbikes, we've got the Vespas, but we had the Vintage Car Club, of course, which is just fabulous. We've got a car here, I think it might be a Chevy, I'm not 100% sure. 8 years in the making, and this was its first day out today, and it looks pristine. It's absolutely outstanding.
Chambers has been involved in the Dunedin Relay for Life for years. She and her teammates are planning to continue holding the Rev and Ride each year to further boost local charities.
People are very, very generous in our community. We're very lucky.
The Dunedin Relay for Life is taking place at Forsyth Bar Stadium on Saturday, November 19. Rosie Mannins, The South Today.
2 people have been arrested following reports of weapon brandishing clowns in Dunedin Student Quarter. The incident in North Dunedin follows a string of clown-related crimes worldwide, including an attack on a Hamilton woman by 2 men dressed as clowns earlier this month. Dunedin police received reports last night at about 10:30 p.m. of 2 people confronting others around Duke and Dundas streets. They were dressed as clowns and were reportedly holding weapons, although that's not been confirmed. Police aren't saying what charges the arrested people face. 2 of Dunedin's visitor attractions have scored highly on a website that offers advice to millions of travellers worldwide. Some of the country's top museums and exhibitions were featured on the TripAdvisor survey. But it was a recently updated local museum and a culturally significant experience that attracted great reviews.
The results of a TripAdvisor survey have been positive for 2 Dunedin attractions. The Dunedin Chinese Garden is currently rated as number 19 out of 96, an improvement from its previous rating of 32. And Toitū Otago Settlers Museum has been listed as the 5th best museum in New Zealand. The museum director says it's a direct reflection of the staff's passion that's given them the high placing among some multi-million-dollar budget operations.
So we're behind 2 enormous national museums and 2 Peter Jackson shows, and we're sitting at number 5, so we're very, very pleased about that.
Evans believes it's not only the museums and gardens' public engagement that's led to the good reviews.
So because of the redevelopment, we've got really good bones, and we've got good cases, good displays, and we build on that, and we work very hard to keep the standard as high, and we continually review what we're doing and make sure that what we're doing works.
Both venues have exceeded visitor expectations. Last year, 303,000 people went through Toitū, and the Chinese Garden had a bumper season with 43,000 visitors. And Evans says the TripAdvisor reviews have a definite impact.
We know that people read them. We know that people look for things to do in Dunedin, and because we're number 1, every time TripAdvisor does anything promotional about Dunedin, we show up as a number 1 attraction to visit, which is just fantastic.
Evans is pleased with the Dunedin public's response to both facilities and hopes the TripAdvisor reviews will continue to attract more visitors in the future. Dee Karen, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we'll find out which Invercargill building is being prepared for a new use, and demand results in a new purchase for an Otago Aero Club.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Come one, come all to the Oamaru Victorian Heritage Celebrations, a year to reflect on the intriguing world of medicine in the Victorian era. 16th to the 20th of November, www.vhc.co.nz for more information.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Welcome back. The fate of an historic Invercargill property is open to public submission. Anderson House has been closed for nearly 3 years, needing earthquake strengthening. Now council and community groups are asking residents how the building should be used once upgraded.
The Anderson House and Park was gifted to the Invercargill City Council in the 1950s. The house was turned into the Anderson Park Art Gallery and later renamed the Invercargill Public Art Gallery. But in January 2014, the house was deemed an earthquake risk and has been shut to the public since. Now the City Council's asking residents what should be done with it.
Obviously with the earthquake strengthening requirements, I mean that its traditional provision of the house as a heritage and arts function has ceased. So what the council is charged to do is find what is the future of Anderson House.
Lowe says there's been a range of suggestions already for what the house could be used for. He says the decision-making groups are open to creative suggestions.
The swing towards the idea of a historic museum house in the nature, I suppose, Larnax Castle or Olversons or those nature. There's drive for possible hospitality functions, a cafe or a restaurant, potentially accommodation. You don't know. There's a huge variety, but it doesn't necessarily have to be one of those traditional ones.
The expected cost of bringing the building up to code is around $800,000. The Community Trust of Southland's funding the consultation process. Lowe says the goal is to find a long-term solution for the city asset.
It needs to be one to retain the heritage of the building and the wonderful gift that the Andersons gave, but similarly also to make sure that's going to be a sustainable gift, that it's not going to be every 5 years, 10 years or 15 years that, oh, what are we going to do with it now? A long-term gain for the people of Invercargill.
The community consultation survey on Anderson House is closing just before Christmas. A decision about its fate is expected to be reached early next year. Ruby Spink, The South Today.
The Otago Aero Club is enjoying the use of its new microlight aircraft. Its specifications make it perfectly suited to teaching new students how to fly, and it's exactly what the club needs to support growth.
The Otago Aero Club has made a new acquisition to increase its fleet of teaching aircraft. It's an American-made, dual-controlled microlight. It has a fixed undercarriage, which means the tail doesn't have to be lifted for takeoff. And members say that makes it better for learning.
It's something very new for the club. As I said, we had a tail drag before. The fixed undercarriage, the tricycle with the low wing are easier to fly. And this aircraft is state of the art. So yeah, we're very excited about the future with this plane at the club.
There are over 80 aircraft on site, with some belonging to the club and others privately owned. The club has been growing in recent times, reaching around 180 members. And Cunningham says they've spent much of the weekend taking turns flying in the new microlight.
I flew the aircraft for the first time yesterday, and yeah, it's an awesome aircraft. Puts a big smile on your face.
The plane is powered with a Rotax 912 engine and has a top speed of 220 kilometres an hour. Like the club's other aircraft, this plane operates with a dual control system, with the instructor seated alongside. Cunningham says learning is more affordable these days, and anyone over the age of 16 can do it.
The microlight category, we have quite a number of instructors here, and they'll just ease you through the process. There's no speed to it, you take it at your own pace, and yeah, it's most enjoyable.
The Otago Aero Club is the oldest of its kind in the country. With its growing membership, the club hopes this new plane will help them carry on. Jack Conroy, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a nudist club opens its doors to the public, and we'll check out weather for Tuesday.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Come one, come all to the Oamaru Victorian Heritage Celebrations, a year to reflect on the intriguing world of medicine in the Victorian era. 16th to the 20th of November, www.vhc.co.nz for more information.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garrador.
Welcome back. A nudist club in Southland is opening its doors to the public. The Aparima Naturist Club in rural western Southland is calling for curious residents to drop by, and members say there are benefits to being naked that people might not have considered.
Being at one with nature. Many people find listening to birds peaceful, and some feel that way by going without clothes.
Because I just prefer having no clothes on. It's just so exciting, you know, being free.
The Aparima Naturist Club is opening up its way of life to the public this weekend. The clubhouse is the old Aparima school building surrounded by enormous trees, creating a hedge for privacy. Members meet here at least once a month to relax, play games and hang out with like-minded people.
Feeling the sun on your skin, the breeze, it's just lovely. Who would want to wear clothes? Not me.
The club currently has 18 members ranging from 30 to 90 years old. They come from all walks of life, including farmers, cleaners, mechanics and bus drivers. They say their differences mean they don't judge each other and they're finding less backlash from the wider community.
It's not so much taboo anymore. Oh, look at them, oh, they're naked. Or, oh, you're one of those. You know, and you go, well, what's one of those? We're still people. We just choose not to wear clothes, but we're still people. Yeah.
They say at the very least, naturists don't have to wash their clothes as often. Ruby Spink, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Budget services are losing government funding from the start of November, and many in the south are worried about what clients will do. The inaugural Rev and Ride vehicle rally in Dunedin at the weekend is generating thousands of dollars for the Cancer Society. And some of Dunedin's visitor attractions are being ranked among the top in the country, next to institutions with much bigger budgets. Well, it's time now to have a look at what's going to be inside the pages of Tuesday's Otago Daily Times, and we're joined by Deputy Editor Craig Page. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, we're having a look at the Alexander Merritt murder trial. It's been going for 2 weeks now and due to wrap up tomorrow. Both the Crown and the Defence had their summing up today. The Crown claiming that Alexander Merritt had murdered his supervisor Karen Ross by beating him to death with a hammer. The defence is saying that it wasn't him. There's not enough evidence to pin it on him, and it's really a whodunit. The judge is going to do his summing up tomorrow morning, and then it's all up to the jury. So we'll have live updates with the ODT website tomorrow once we know where the jury's going and when we get a verdict on that one. Junior doctors strike tomorrow as well, starting at 7 a.m. for 48 hours. We're having a look at the impact it's likely to have for Dunedin Hospital, particularly with elective surgery and outpatients. There's going to be quite some significant uproar out there at the moment, so we'll keep people up to date there. And if you thought it was hot today in Dunedin, it certainly was. It was a record-breaking 26 degrees. The leading the country, it was until 3 o'clock when Hastings snuck past with 27. But really warm. Supposed to be warm again tomorrow, but don't expect that for the long weekend coming ahead. We're back to drizzle and about 12 or 13.
One out of the box, we'll take it.
We will indeed.
We will. Oh, that's it.
That's
okay.
it for me.
But there'll be a whole lot more, of course.
Plenty in the ODT tomorrow.
Thank you, Craig. Time now for tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
And here is today's city view. It's taken of the Gore Racecourse. Looking fairly green down there. To the situation, the blustery northwest airstream that's with us now will continue tomorrow and Wednesday. Some fronts, though, will wend their way across the Tasman Sea and decay near the country. What does that mean around the regions? Well, it means gusty nor'westers with some rain for Balclutha, the Catlins, Gore and Lumsden, all on 14 degrees tomorrow. A wee bit cooler than today. Gusty nor'westers with rain later in the day for Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka. Heavy rain for Tiana with gusty nor'westers there and a high of 14. Some high cloud with nor'westers for Oamaru and Timaru tomorrow. Look at those temperatures, 20 and 22 respectively. Strong nor'westers and mostly cloudy skies for Omarama and Twizel, both on 14. The east coast is looking like the place to be. In Dunedin tonight and all day tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a few spits of rain at times and the odd sunny period. Strong gusty nor'westers. Tonight's low 10 degrees. Tomorrow we're going for a high of 15. And on Wednesday, cloud increasing and lowering during the day. Winds easing. Sou'westers complete with rain though, developing at night. Again 15 degrees. And in Invercargill tonight and tomorrow, cloudy with rain at times. Fresh to strong west to nor'west winds. A low tonight of 9. Tomorrow we're looking for 14 degrees, and on Wednesday rain becoming more persistent and heavier. Sou'westers developing from evening, rain easing to showers, 14 degrees. And that is news from around the south today for Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.